Flash floods have already affected residents of New Orleans, despite defences being strengthened after Hurricane Katrina 16 years ago. Our correspondent Neda Tawfik is live now in New Orleans. Neda.
Well, rescue efforts are now underway. Resources are pouring in to help with that and to restore infrastructure from the federal government to volunteer organizations. Most pressing, of course, is the hundreds of crews and boats and helicopters trying to reach those still trapped in the floods. The governor has warned that as those efforts continue, the death toll, currently at 1, could rise. This was the force of Ida's winds as it mercilessly pounded Louisiana with water. A hospital building filled with patients in the town of Cutoff was no match for the storm's fury. Part of the roof was lifted off with ease by the gusts. Low-lying areas were overwhelmed by the tidal surge. This footage from a fire station in Delacroix, Louisiana, captured the dramatic rush of water as the night wore on. In New Orleans, the entire city went dark as the storm raged outside and a transmission tower toppled into the Mississippi River. At this hotel, workers struggled to get their generator running. All across southern Louisiana, the painful task of surveying the damage from Hurricane Ida is underway. The destruction is immense, and the situation for some is desperate. In Jefferson Parish, emergency services have received at least 200 rescue calls since last night. There, the rising waters and intense winds left communities in tatters. Clarence has lived here for 50 years and says this is the worst storm he's lived through.
It's terrifying. I mean, we're in the bedroom and it started leaking, and then we come out the bedroom and go into another room and start leaking in that room. And then finally we came into the living room and the dining room here. And this was the only room where it didn't really leak. It leaked, but it didn't leak that bad where the sheetrock fell in.
Without proper shelter, power, or water, he has no choice but to leave. His dilemma now, where to go. Hurricane Ida strengthened so rapidly that it gave people here very little time to prepare or evacuate. For those who stayed, the night was scary, but seeing the fallout the morning after has been even harder. Along the roadways, closed and impassable in many areas, we found this family walking to find food. The storm's strong winds ripped their trailer apart in the middle of the night. They took shelter at a neighbor's house.
I ain't got nothing left. House is gone, car is gone. Sorry.
Crews are now focused on rescue operations. The next step, recovery, will be long and difficult. Neda Tawfik, BBC News, New Orleans.